Alright, we should be live. Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2026, and we are going to be diving back in to Pokemon LeafGreen tonight. Also, welcome in, Cast Tonight. I saw you join during the intro screen. I appreciate that. But yeah. We are going to be playing Pokemon LeafGreen again. Last time we started our adventure, we ended up picking Bulbasaur as our starter Pokemon. We completed the tutorial, pretty much, like the beginning route of Pokemon. We caught a ton of Pokemon. I'm going to try to catch every Pokemon in this playthrough that we haven't encountered before. Even if it's an evolution of a Pokemon we already have, I'm going to probably try to catch them too and see how much of the Pokedex we can fill out. Because I've never really done that. I've never really done a playthrough where I tried to catch like everything. And yeah. We also got our first gym badge from Pewter City in Brock, the Boulder badge. And we started making our way to Mount Moon, and we had to face a ton of trainers on the way, and we got a little bit of the way through Mount Moon. I don't know exactly how far we are in it, but that's where we left off. So we gotta finish going through Mount Moon, and then we can take on Misty at the Cerulean City Gym. So I think we should be good to jump into the game and continue. Yeah, we've got 14 Pokemon so far and one badge. Oh, I've never seen this before. Previously on your quest. Is this new for the remakes? Thanks for the recap? Yeah, of course. Apparently the game's recapping us as well. I don't know if this is new for the remakes. I don't remember this being a thing. We went to the Pokemart and spent 1,400 Pokedollars in Pewter City. Managed to get out of Mount Moon after wandering about. Well, that was just because we left to heal. And then we saved the game in Mount Moon. So yeah, that's where we left off. We currently have a fainted Sparrow. That was the first Pokemon on our entire playthrough to faint, unfortunately. Bulbasaur, Butterfree, Nidoran, female. No, wait. Yeah, this is Nidoran female, right? Even though the sprite looks purple, it's the blue one. Mankey and a Rattata on our team at the moment. I have no more potions, so we should probably try to escape once again and heal. Alright, we're gonna get attacked by a Zubat first. Bulbasaur did not do much there. Actually, Leech Seed, try to get some of your health back. Maybe Tackle would do better. Yeah, Tackle did a little better. There we go. Zubat's down. 77 XP for Bulbasaur. Wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. I probably shouldn't have taken on a battle here. I don't remember if we're on the second floor of Mount Moon right now, or still the first one. I don't think Leech Seed would work well against Onyx, or not Onyx, Oddish. But they can't do much to Bulbasaur either. Yeah, it doesn't affect Oddish. Alright, so now we know Leech Seed doesn't affect grass types. So one other thing I said during our first stream of this playthrough is we're not evolving our Bulbasaur. We're going to keep Bulbasaur as his base form Bulbasaur, for the entire playthrough. Because I've never done that before in a playthrough either. Bulbasaur is pretty low. He's only got 6 HP left. So I do need to find a way out of this cave to heal up again. Or, I know there is also someone that heals, I'm pretty sure, in the cave. Bellsprout. Let's send out Butterfree. We haven't used Butterfree in a fight yet. It's pretty even leveling. Unfortunately, Butterfree... Well, that was actually super effective. I was gonna say, unfortunately, Butterfree doesn't have any grass or... bug or flying moves to use against the grass type, but Confusion also works, I guess. Hey, player defeated last Miriam. Oh, I lost it. We got 176 Pokedollars. Yeah, Bulbasaur would be evolving here, but we're gonna cancel out of this. Please cancel. Yeah, there we go. Until we find a Netver Stone. Because we want to keep Bulbasaur in their base form. Just because I've never done that before. It'd be cool to have a really strong Bulbasaur. Is there either a healer or... I don't know where I am. Yeah, I've already been over here once. That's the only problem with like Mount Moon, is it's so big. Trying to find my way through it. I haven't played these Gen 1 remakes in probably like 10-15 years, so I don't fully remember the map for like the caves. Alright, luckily it looks like Butterfree is going to be pretty strong here too. They grow to level 11. And I don't have any repels. Just because I was trying to farm XP. Luckily, it seems like the Zubats can't do too... I should have Confusion. The Zubats can't do too much to Butterfree. I had not battled this person yet. I already thought I did. You need to go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. And they have 3 Pokemon. Well, it's a Caterpie, so that's not too bad. Hopefully Butterfree can make it through his evolutionary line, because I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree. String Shot's making us pretty slow. Yeah, we're very slow right now. A little bit of an earlier stream tonight than I've done in the last few days, but that's because this is the ideal time, pretty much, that I'd like to stream. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have enough energy to stay up after work and stream right away instead of taking a nap first. So if I stream at about this time, it gives me time after stream to still work on stuff without it being like 4 or 5 in the morning before I go to bed. Alright, more XP for Butterfree, and then... oh no, it's another Caterpie. They don't even have a Butterfree. Yeah, luckily our Butterfree was pretty much able just to solo through the caves here. And it grew to level 12. I lost. Okami got 120 Poké Dollars. So I don't want to run away from fights, because it's why I run away from free experience, but at the same time, caves are like so many fights. But it would be good to teach Butterfree a bug-type move again for the water gym, even though I think I might use Spearow at the water gym. Try to get them some levels. Because they're flying type, that should be effective. So many Zubats. But hopefully we'll get to the level pretty soon where Butterfree is able to one-hit. Caves were the bane of your existence when you played? Yeah. I know you can use like Repel to like stop the encounters. Actually, Escape Rope's probably perfect here. Let me actually use that Escape Rope. So that we can heal up. Perfect. Yeah, I know you can use Repels to stop the encounters in the caves and stuff. Or anywhere, really. But like I said, I feel like turning away free XP is kind of silly. So, that was my chair. Yeah, Spearow's now underleveled. They're only level 9 here. I'm gonna switch Spearow into the front. Okay, let's go back in. Like I said earlier, the caves are so huge, I don't know which way I've already gone either. I don't remember what I did last time. Alright, Spearow's pretty good against Zubats as well. Well, granted, this one's only a level 7. But Astonish doesn't affect it, and Leech Life only does 1 damage. So hopefully we'll be able to get Spearow some levels here. Alright, this one's a little stronger. It's level 9 as well. Yeah, keep using Astonish. It won't work. Yeah, also where today is April 30th, that means after this stream we will have officially completed our first full month of streams on my road to streaming every day of 2026. Because we started this challenge on March 11th, so we didn't stream all of March. We missed those first like 10 days. Well, actually I streamed once before that, but we missed about 9 days in March before starting the marathon. So April is now the first month of streaming every day. So that's pretty cool. I also think when I checked my dashboard before stream, it said I had streamed 98 hours. So I think that means we're guaranteed to hit 100 hours this month. Which is only like the third or fourth time in my 8 years of streaming that I've hit 100 hours in a month. Oh, it's a Geodude. Swap out for Bulbasaur. Congrats, thank you. This is where I just came in. Okay. Yeah, I try not to be a very big, like, statistics type of person. I try not to focus too much on the statistics and stuff. But, I do know that since I've started this stream everyday challenge and tried to post on other socials as well every day, it's really, the consistency has really helped the channel's growth. So I do think this has already been worth it in just the month and a half I've been doing it. And that's all thanks to you guys for coming by here. Alright, another Zubat. Oh nice, 2-hit Zubat. Sparrow's getting stronger. Plus that was a crit. We had already just gone down here. I think I already examined everything up there in the center, so I think I can go this way. I don't want to leave Spearow in for Geodude, because I think Geodudes would really hurt Spearow. So we're gonna go back to Bulbasaur. I don't think I've battled this guy up here yet. We were getting so many Zubats, and now all of a sudden it's all Geodudes. They really don't want us to grind Spearow's level. Which, even though I've been trying to balance out Pokemon, I am excavating for fossils here under Mount Moon. Sometimes Brock of Pewter Gem lends me a hand. Oh, so he didn't... Unless I already battled him. And we battled this girl already. So I do have to go down this ladder, I think. Unless that's where we fought the Rocket Grunt at the end of last stream, the one that took out Spearow for our first feint of the playthrough. But this is just a normal run anyway, so we were able to revive Spearow. I have done a Nuzlocke, or I've attempted 2 Nuzlockes in the past for Pokemon, both on Pokemon Sword. The first one ended pretty quickly to a Joltik, and then the second one lasted a little bit longer, but we lost at one of like the Pokemon cafes to Alchemy and Slurpuff, I think. They were way over leveled. Yeah, this is the Rocket Grunt we already faced. Okay, so I think I have to go this way. Have I already battled you? I came all the way down here to show off to girls. There's not even any girls over here. Have I battled you? No. Whoa, you shocked me. Oh, you're just a kid. Hiker Marcus. Speaking of Marcuses, that might be a game that I end up playing on stream at some point this year. Detroit Become Human. I have watched playthroughs of that one, so I wouldn't be blind going into that one, but I've never played it for myself. And that one's been in my backlog for quite a few years now. Level up for Spearow. Another Geodude. Well, I guess we're leaving Bulbasaur out. Like I said, I would like to level up my other Pokemon, but I don't really trust my other well, now he's going to Onyx. I'm gonna put Mankey in. This might be a bad idea. Well, it's only a level 10 Onyx. Low kick. Oh, that went really well, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna start using Mankey against rock types now. And Mankey got level 11 and learned Karate Chop. We defeated Hiker Marcus. And 360 Pokedollars. Item up here. A Moonstone. So if we found a Clefairy, we'd be able to evolve it into Clefable. Detroit's another great game. Have you played Detroit before? Or have you just watched? Like I said, I've just watched it. And I don't think I've ever seen a full playthrough. Plus I know there's like multiple endings in that one as well. Let's try Karate Chop. But that won't be till later on. If we do play that. Because we still got quite a bit in all the games we've started now. Pretty much all the games we're playing at the moment are new, fresh playthroughs. So it'd be a minute before we're able to start anything new. A level 5 Paris. Can we catch this? We don't have a Paris yet. Can we catch it without a... any damage? No. So I don't want to hurt it too bad. Try Scratch. Okay, that wasn't too bad. As long as we don't crit. Alright, we should be able to catch the Paris. Oh, it poisoned itself. Well, hopefully we're able to catch it on this Pokeball throw. Otherwise, it's going to faint to the poison. Yeah, I didn't know Paris was down here. Forgot about that. There we go. Paris caught. First catch of the stream. Number 46, Paris, the mushroom Pokemon, is 1 foot tall, 11.9 pounds, burrows to suck tree roots. The mushrooms on its back grow by drawing nutrients from the bug host. No nickname. Yeah, Paris is a pretty cool Pokemon. One of my friends had a Paris in their playthrough, and another friend of ours named the Paris. I can't remember what they named it, though. Alright, we're up to the Rocket Grunts. I see a lot of Rocket Grunts here. Another Geodude, so like I said, when we see Geodudes now, we're gonna switch to Mankey. I think I always forget that Rock is actually weak to fighting. There's some like I've been playing Pokemon like almost my entire life, but there's still some type matchups I always forget are a thing. Hey, we found a revive, that would be helpful. especially in a place like this where it's hard to get back to the Pokemon Center. And yeah, now that it's officially going to be May after today, well, let me read this first. Little kids shouldn't be messing around with grown-ups. It could be bad news. Now that it's officially going to be May after today's stream, I've only got 9 days left until my vacation from work starts. So, I'm kind of hoping during that vacation, I'm able to, stream a little longer than the 3 to 4 hours we generally do. Though sometimes I do end up, like, if I get really invested into a game, sometimes I'll stream, like, I've had 6-7 hour streams. My longest stream ever was 14 hours, which was like last year or the year before. That was when we were grinding out a skill in RuneScape. We did a 14-hour stream. I think that was last year. Oh no, Hyperfang took out Butterfree. 14 hours, yeah. That's very rare. I've hit 10 hours a few times, but that was the first time we've ever hit like 14. That was the longest we've ever done. But in general, I go for like 3 to 4 hours. Alright, this Rocket Grunt has already done a lot of damage to our team. So far, it's only been Team Rocket Grunts that have made Pokemon faint. Sandshrew. It's a ground type, so yeah, fighting doesn't work as well. And it fainted Mankey. I should have went with Bulbasaur. You think 3 to 4 hours is the most common? Yeah. I've looked up, like, cause I used, like, a few years ago when I first started trying to be, like, more consistent with streaming, I would do 2 hours of stream. Also, we gotta cancel this Bulbasaur evolution again. I would only do, like, 2 hours of stream, but when I looked it up, it said, like, the most, like, the most effective way to go about streaming is try to get at least 3 to 4 in a day. But I do know, like, I do see some streamers that go for like 8 hours every day. But then again, that's probably because it's their full-time job and stuff. Which we just do this for a hobby. I've said a few times in the past, like, I always appreciate all the support and whenever people use their subs or Prime subs over here or anything like that, but I've never streamed with the intention of like trying to make that my primary like income source. It's always just been like a side hobby for me. Do I want it to become a full-time job? No, not really. Well, not really. Like, if it happened, that would be cool, but I don't expect it to ever happen. It's just a fun hobby I have. Good way to spend my time and meet new people. Why can't I hit anything? Oh, because we were confused. I was gonna say, why is every move missing? Spearow's very hurt. My whole team is very hurt. We might actually lose, or faint, or blackout here soon if we don't find someone that can heal us. So I do think there is someone in the cave that can do that. I'm pretty sure I remember there being someone in the cave that heals. Even Bulbasaur isn't doing much damage right now. Okay, Tackle did better. But yeah, I've always been of the opinion, and like one of my friends kind of like debates me a little bit on this, but I feel like my mind will never change on this, in that you should never become a streamer for the intention of wanting to either become famous or to make it like your primary like income source. Like if you're not doing it for fun at first, or like if you're not going into it for fun, then I don't know. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. Like, yeah, it's great if something else comes of it, but in my opinion, the primary reason for streaming should always be to have fun. And for any type of content creation, really. Because in my experience too, like, I've gone to like streams and stuff, and you can tell the person streaming isn't necessarily having, yeah, exactly. You can feel, feel like viewers can tell when the streamer isn't having fun. Exactly. That was about to be my next point, is that I've gone to streams in the past where you can tell that the streamer isn't enjoying doing what they're doing, and like my thought is just like, why are you even bothering? Like, if you're not doing this because you want to have fun in doing this, then in my opinion there's no point. We, Team Rocket, shall find the fossils. Reviving Pokemon from them will earn us huge riches. But yeah, I do occasionally look up things that will like for improving my stream, or things that might make it more like better for growth and stuff, but I also I do that a little bit, but there are other things like they'll tell you like, oh, you should only play these specific games or avoid these like things, or avoid these games if the game's like really popular, because you're less likely for people to find you if the game's popular. But if I want to play a game, I'm going to play it whether the category has one viewer or 10,000, or one streamer playing it or 10,000. I'm going to play what I want to play, because that goes back to the having fun thing. If there's a game I enjoy and I think it will be fun, then I'm going to do that. No, Bulbasaur just went down. We'll probably have to use a revive on Bulbasaur. Nidoran took out Zubat. Level up for Nidoran. Alright, that Team Rocket Grunt was taken out. Now I'm mad. We got 416 Pokédollars for winning. Is there a healer up here? I found another Moonstone. Yeah, like I was saying last stream, if you see like rocks off to their side, like by themselves, a lot of the time it's because they have an item hidden on them. But yeah, let's bring back Bulbasaur. He's only going to get half his health back from the revive, but it's better than nothing, especially when all our other Pokemon are very weak at the moment. So hopefully, like I said, we could find a healer here. Hey, stop. I found these fossils. They're both mine. I'm out of vine whips though, which isn't good. Actually, I should use leech seed, try to get some health back. Yeah, and another thing you can always expect from my streams and like get from me is I am like 100% organic when it comes to like streaming. What you see from me is what you get. I'm not like... I saw a post in the Vtuber Twitter community recently about whether people should like be themselves on stream or should like put on like a persona. And like personally for me, I've always just like, I just feel like it's better just to be myself. I'll never put on like a persona or anything like that. Smog isn't good, that might poison. Both sound fun, yeah. No, and yeah, both can be okay. But for me, pretty much like I said, what you see is what you get. The person on stream is who I am outside of stream as well. There was a pretty big controversy recently about a bigger Twitch streamer. I won't name any names, but it was recently revealed that he pretty much wasn't who he was pretending to be, and it was a very like scandalous thing to find out stuff he was doing outside of stream. So the whole like persona versus like your real self thing on stream is like a kind of a hot topic thing right now. Personally, you'd have a hard time keeping up on a persona. Yeah, exactly. And I like to try to, like I said, be myself, try to be, like, relatable, too, like... Unfortunately, you think, you know who I'm talking about? Yeah. Most likely. And unfortunately, I was, like, a big fan of theirs for pretty much since they started streaming. I hadn't watched them as much in the last couple of years, but I used to watch their streams a lot. And they were one of my favorites, and unfortunately I found out the information about them this month, and that was unfortunate to hear. Will each take a fossil, no being greedy. The helix fossil or the dome fossil. Dome is Kabuto, I believe, and then the helix is I can never remember. Omanite? That might be completely wrong. Something like that. I'll take the dome, because I like Kabuto a little better. Alright, this fossil is mine then. We, like, really need a heal. And unfortunately, no more vine whips. I don't know why I tried the leech seed again. I don't think you can even do it twice. As long as the leech seed is still in effect, which I think it always stays for the entirety of the battle. But I also do think there's also like a difference for like VTubers like myself between like you can be yourself, but you can also have like lore for your character. Because I have a friend who just recently finished her lore for her model and stuff. That's pretty cool. Like, I've wanted to make lore for mine as well, but I'm not the most creative person. I've always been more analytical-minded than creative. Alright, we found an antidote. Hey, we survived Mount Moon. We made it out. My team is very battered and bruised coming out, but we made it through. Unfortunately, I was gonna say, yeah, I think there's people that want to battle up here. Is there any way I can get to the Pokemon Center? I think we can get to the Pokemon Center without having to face anyone else, so... Found TM5, Roar. Okay, yeah. We made it to Cerulean City. Alright, let's heal up first. Then we'll do some city exploration. Because that's another thing I've wanted to do in this playthrough, which I don't really do in my usual Pokemon playthroughs, is... like, try to talk to all the NPCs and get as much information as we can. Also, while we're here, let's look at our team. Bulbasaur is, like, pretty over-leveled at the moment. But that's not a bad thing. But is there anyone we should bring? So we got 5 Pokemon in our PC at the moment. We've got a Beedrill, Magikarp, Zubat, Geodude, and Paris. Zubat is dark? No, poison flying. So actually, let's make some changes here. I don't really need to make too many changes, but let me switch out Nidoran, I guess. So I don't think Nidoran would be good against... I don't think Nidoran... yeah, he's poison, or she's poison. I don't think she would be good against water. Because that's one I always, like... I always get messed up on in Pokemon games is I always think poison is effective against water, because that just makes sense to me that if you put poison in water, it would like make it contaminated or whatever, but it isn't. And I guess it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because they like neutralize each other, because water could like, what's the word? If you add enough water, it would like nullify the effects of poison or something like that. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much, but I always think of it like... I always feel like poison should be effective against water, and it isn't. Water dilutes poison, yeah. But water isn't effective against poison in the game either, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't think either of them are effective against each other. Have you heard about Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. I think people are just jealous of Bill though. Who wouldn't want to boast about their Pokemon? That Bill. I heard that he'll do whatever it takes to get rare Pokemon. He's not above doing all sorts of things, I've heard. Why don't you go upstairs and try trading Pokemon with your friends? You could get a lot more variety by trading. The Pokemon you get in trades grow quickly too. I think that is one update they made to these, well, I always want to say Gen 1, but technically these are Gen 3. They're remakes of Gen 1. But they added online trading to these ones. Because back when these first came out, I'm pretty sure the only way you could trade was with a link cable. Bill has lots of Pokemon. He collects rare ones too. If that Slowbro wasn't there, you could cut down the small tree. That way you could get to the other side. I think there's a way around it though. Like I said, we'll do some city exploration first before we go to the gym. My husband likes trading Pokemon. You're collecting Pokemon for your Pokedex, aren't you? Would you please trade with him? Who does he have? Hello there, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to trade it for my Jinx? I don't have a Poliwhirl. You're making an encyclopedia on Pokemon? That sounds amusing. I want a bright red bicycle. I'll keep it at home so it won't get dirty. Isn't the point of a bicycle to ride it? Of course it's gonna get dirty. Grass and caves handled easily. Bike shop. These bikes are cool, but they're way expensive. A plain city bike is good enough for me. After all, you can't put a shopping basket on a mountain bike. Hi, welcome to our bike shop. Have we got just the bike for you? For only 1 million Poké Dollars, you can get a bicycle. No thank you. We'll wait for the free one. Okay, Slowbro, use Sonic Boom. Come on, Slowbro, pay attention. I don't even think that's a Pokemon move. Sigh. Too much time, too little to do. There's nothing entertaining happening anywhere. Too much time, too little to do? I wish I had that problem. I feel like I have the opposite. There's always stuff I want to do and I never have the time. Repel not only keeps bugs away, it also works on weak Pokemon. Put your strongest Pokemon at the left of the Pokemon list. If your first Pokemon is strong, Repel's effect is boosted. Is that a thing too, that Repel will repel any bug Pokemon? I always knew that it was level based, that like either your first or your strongest Pokemon, anything lower level than that won't show up if you have a Repel activated, but from what that kid just told us, it sounds like all bug Pokemon are repelled. I've mentioned projects outside of streaming, yeah. This mostly just work, so basically all my projects come from my streaming, and it's just like making videos and clips and stuff just to post on all the other platforms. Those are pretty much the projects I work on outside of stream. Do you know about rare candy? They don't sell it in shops. I think it makes Pokemon grow very quickly all of a sudden. Yeah, because that is one thing, a lot of content creators have talked about recently, and that if you are trying to grow as a streamer, ironically enough, streaming itself usually isn't the best way to grow. because Twitch isn't the best for when it comes to like discoverability. It's very like difficult, especially for smaller streamers, to have people find their streams. Because I think at the last like update, there's like 8.5 million streamers on Twitch or something. Or people that streamed on Twitch over like the last month. It was like 8.5 million people. So you're pretty much just one person in that 8.5 million people. And there are other platforms that if you put your content out, it makes it easier for people to like find you. You gotta be careful how like I word it, just because Twitch is not a big fan of. You're not supposed to like try to direct people outside of your Twitch stream, basically. So that's why I never, when I say stuff, I never will name a specific place. Yeah, drop in the ocean type scenario. Yeah, basically. But yeah, pretty much the consensus is that the best way to try to get people to come and watch your streams is to post your stuff other places as well. And those other places that are a little bit better with like helping show your stuff to more people, it gives you a better chance of bringing in people to your Twitch stream. We're gonna bring in some potions. And antidotes, and I also need Pokeballs. Yeah, basically like that. You're a trainer too. Collecting, battling, it's a tough life, isn't it? I don't think it's too bad. Cerulean City, a mysterious blue aura surrounds it. What, isn't that called the ocean? Only skilled trainers collect Pokemon badges. I see you have at least one. Those badges have amazing secrets. Did you know? Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? The Boulder Badge. The attack stat of all your Pokemon increases a little bit. It also lets you use the move Flash outside of battle. Yeah, that's another one I think that has always been a thing, but I forgot about it, is that badges also enhance your stats a little bit. I concoct a variety of medicine from berry powder. Using good berry powder, I can make any kind of medicine. Now tell me, have you any interest in berries? Sure. Why must you lie to me? How many berries do you have? Not a one. Well, I haven't seen any, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. They were just describing the ocean. This is Nugget Bridge. The people here were robbed. It's obvious that Team Rocket is behind the most heinous crime. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. I know Nugget Bridge, when the re-release first came out like a month or two ago, a lot of people were using Nugget Bridge because you have to battle like 5 trainers in a row, and they were doing it in a way that they would get a nugget. Oops, I didn't mean to go this far. And they were able to keep getting nuggets back so that they could get infinite money in the game. Yo, Ukami, you're still struggling along back here. I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me show you what, let me show you, let me see what you caught, Ukami. I thought that, yeah, I couldn't read that for a second. I was like, I thought he was saying, let me show you what you caught. I was like, how? Pidgeotto. Not great, because Pidgeotto is good against grass type. Let me try to get a poison powder off before we die. And we missed. Pidgeotto's level 17. Alright, we got the poison off. So hopefully we can get Pidgeotto out pretty quickly. My team is in a lot of trouble here. None of our Pokemon are really good. Well, Spearow, a flying against a flying, is our best bet here, but Pidgeotto has a big level advantage. Spearow's gonna die here. Zubat, get in there. We're basically just trying to stall through the poison. Zubat almost died. I don't want to put Mankey in, because Mankey's fighting is weak against... Fighting and Bug are weak against flying. Can I get a confusion? No. Okay, Butterfree goes down here into Gust. Yeah. Pretty much just sending Pokemon out to be Panther fodder for until the poison heals. Or the poison kills him. If I keep healing Zubat, will he survive? Possibly. Alright. One more, hopefully. This would be a big XP boost for Zubat. And he held on. There goes almost all my potions. Alright, now Pidgeotto went down. Abra. Psychic. I'm gonna let Zubat get taken out here, unfortunately. Level 16. I'm gonna heal up Spearow. Never mind, he tried to use Teleport. Alright, we might be okay here. Yeah, keep trying to use Teleport. That's fine with me. Spearow should get a level up here. They did not. Not as much XP as I expected. Rattata. So it looks like ads will be starting in about a minute. I did try to fix it after stream so that the ads play during the intro now. Bulbasaur. So like for the first about hour-ish, you shouldn't have to worry about ads while I'm actually on stream. They just take place in the intro screen to start. Alright, level up for Bulbasaur. He's level 19 now. And Sparrow's 13. And Sparrow learned Fury Attack, which should be good. Charmander's next. Let's go Mankey. Level 18 isn't great, though. Mankey's gonna go down. Let's try to heal Spearow. Alright, Mankey went down. Yeah, a lot more of our Pokemon are going down this time around than in the first stream. Growl lowers Spearow's attack, but we're going for the Fury attack. It only hit twice. And then it missed. We are in trouble again. I have no more heals. I really hope we don't lose this fight. This might be our first knockout. Yeah, it's gonna be our first knockout. Wow. And I didn't even mean to fight Gary here. I just walked too close. I wanted to beat the gym first, if possible. I don't know, is it possible to fight the gym first? Either way, we lost to Gary. Our first whiteout of the playthrough. Okami scurried to a Pokemon Center, protecting the exhausted and fainted Pokemon from further harm. Alright, we were healed up. Alright, the first thing I wanted to do... Well, now I have no money, I think. How much money do I have? Yeah, I only have 286 Pokedollars. I think we have some Pokeballs, though, so I was gonna say, we can go over here and check this area. See if we can find anything. Another Spearow. Probably didn't need Bulbasaur in front. Lowered our defense, but that's fine because he won't survive another attack. Alright, this would be a good place to train up some Pokemon, so let's put Paris in front first. Oh, Sandshrew. Let's try to catch the Sandshrew. Send Butterfree out. Use Defense Curl, so I think Confusion won't take him out unless it crits. He literally has 1 HP. That is very good for us. Alright, ad should be over. Welcome back. Sandshrew is caught. Number 27, Sandshrew, the mouse Pokemon, is 2 feet tall, 26.5 pounds, and it burrows deep underground in arid locations far from water. It only emerges to hunt for prey. Alright, let's do a few more battles here. Like I said, try to get Paris up. Level 10, probably, at least. I use Butterfree against Rattata. How will that go? Not great. Well, we hung on with 1 HP. Alright, let's try Mankey then. Wait, isn't... No, fighting is good against normal, I think. I always get that one mixed up too. I'm pretty sure fighting is good against normal. Yeah. I just wish we were a little quicker. I'm gonna heal us back up. Pokemon restored to full health. So is there no way? I don't think there's a way for us to get back now. I probably should have talked to those people before I came over here, because I don't think there's a way for me to get back over there. Spearow's level 13. Let's try the gym. Why don't we risk it? Let's go to the gym. Yo, champ in the making. Let me give you some advice. The leader Misty is a pro who uses water-type Pokemon. You can drain all of the water with grass-type Pokemon. Or you might use electric-type Pokemon and zap them. Or we could use flying-type. Water have a lot of weaknesses. Bug is also good against water. I'm first up. Let's do it. I think water actually might have the most weaknesses of any type. Swimmer Luis. A Horsey. Oh, level 16. Was not expecting them to be level 16. And I felt like we've been grinding levels, and they're still like much higher. And don't lower our defense. Alright. They can't really do much to us. Well, they keep lowering our defense, which isn't great, but... And they critted there. Let's swap Spearow out. Send in Butterfree. That's Confusion do here. Smokescreen. Now we're more likely to miss. But we still hit. Paris got level 6. Shelder. Put Paris back in. So we're trying to get them up in level. Another level 16. Send Butterfree back out. Okay, just use withdraw. Alright, one more hit. And Shelter goes down. Another level up for Paris to level 7. And they learn Stun Spore. Paris will be good for a lot of those status effects too. Butterfree's trying to learn Poison Powder. I think we're good because Bulbasaur has Poison Powder. That can't be. We only got 64 Pokédollars for that. Alright, let's go back and heal Spearow again. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep Paris in front. What? You? I'm more than good enough for you. Misty won't have to be bothered. Picnicker Diana as a Goldeen. Level 19. This might be a little tough. And it's lowering our defense. Yeah, one hit Spearow. Butterfree. It's Supersonic missed. Our Confusion hit, but it did not do much. Now it hit with Supersonic. And we're confused. Water Sport or Spout makes fire moves weakened, which we aren't using fire, so that's fine. Alright, got it into the yellow and now it's confused. They went down though. I gotta go Bulbasaur. I don't know why I went for Poison Powder there. I guess just to guarantee the victory. Vine Whip should finish it, hopefully. Another level up for Paris. You overwhelmed me. I'm coming up 380 Pokédollars. Alright, let's go heal. Because Bulbasaur will be able to get through them, but I don't want to always rely on Bulbasaur, especially since, well, no, the next gym won't be bad either. Electric isn't great against grass anyway. And the 4th gym would be grass, 5th gym is poison, I think. Paris is almost another level up. Let's just try to finish off Misty. Hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What's your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Staryu. Yeah, she's got some strong Pokemon here. I'm just gonna go right for Bulbasaur. Water Pulse confused us. Staryu knows Harden. Alright, we still hit through the confusion. Got about half of its HP. Alright, that should be big XP for Paris. Level 9. Alright, Starmie is next. Put Paris back in. Oh, she only has 2 I thought she had like 5 for some reason. It's level 21 though. Oh, it took out Butterfree. Dang. Like I said, I don't only want to rely on Bulbasaur. But she's one-hitting everything else. Come on, big heal. 7 points, that's not bad. Big Vine Whip, plus we'll get a heal again. I don't think Bulbasaur would live this though. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, Bulbasaur lived with 1 HP. The 1 HP warrior Bulbasaur. Huge experience for Paris. They skipped 2 levels up to 11. And Bulbasaur gets to level 20. He wants to learn Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf is stronger than Vine Whip. Let's do that. Wow, you're too much. Alright, you can have the Cascade badge to show him you beat me. Kami got 2100 for winning. Skip this Bulbasaur evolution again. The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders you got in trades. There's more. You can now use Cut anytime, even out of battle. You can cut down small trees to open new pathways. You can also have my favorite TM. You see, TM03, is it Water Pulse? It is. Use it on an aquatic Pokemon. Alright, 2 badges down. We achieved the goal for the stream. which was to make it through Mount Moon and to beat Misty and get the Cascade badge. And we're only about halfway through. Now our next goal is to try to see if we can't take out Gary. Which that might take some grinding. Well, actually, now that we've... Who would be good? Do I have anyone that would be good against? Sandshrew would... Well, he's only level 12, though. Let's bring... or level 8. I don't know where I got level 12 from. Let's switch out Mankey for now. Bring back Nidoran as well. Switch out Paris. Because this Gary battle is going to be tough. Alright, let's spend some money here at the Pokemart. I think regular potions is still okay. We'll buy 6 of them. Wait, what happens if I go through this way again? I go through the back. Oh, there's nothing here. But if I go up this way, it's Gary. Yeah, he's gonna show us what he caught. And we know he's starting off with Pidgeotto, and it's a strong Pidgeotto. Let's try to lower Pidgeotto's defense. Well, perfect, the poison point got him. I was hoping for that. I was hoping we'd last longer than one hit though, but we got his defense lowered and he's poisoned. Can Spearow last a couple turns? Only through potions. We're gonna have to grind out potions again. I need Pidgeotto to go down quicker. And then he's gonna go to Charmander, who is gonna be just as bad, if not worse. Yes. Oh, well, I was gonna say, Spearow survived Pidgeotto, but not necessarily unless we're faster and we're not. Spearow lost to Pidgeotto. I'm just gonna put Zubat in because they can get the XP from the poison killing Pidgeotto. Level up for Nidoran. And it learned Double Kick, that might be helpful. And level up for Zubat. Alright, Abra. It's just gonna use Confuse, or not Confuse, Teleport. So actually, yeah, use Use Zubat here. I don't know if... Yeah, Ghost is good against the Psychic. So this will be a good opportunity for Zubat to get some experience here. Nice. Abrug went down. Level 10 for Zubat. Rattata, who's immune to Zubat. I'm gonna go Bulbasaur here. Like I said, I don't want to rely on him too much, but also at the same time, I want to win. Try out our Razor Leaf attack now, which is very effective. Tackle finished him off. I'm gonna keep Bulbasaur in there. Ember is gonna do a lot of damage, but if I can get off a Poison Powder... And we missed with it. We missed both, or we couldn't hit Poison Powder. Not good. Rattata. Can you make something happen here? Quick attack was not bad. Alright, Rattata went down now. I wish I would have healed Nidoran more. Zubat's not going to be able to do much here, I don't think. Yeah. And then Bug against Fire is not good. Got him into the yellow, but that's it. We really needed that Poison Powder to hit. If Nidoran was faster here, maybe Double Kick would take him out, but I don't think. Yeah, Metal Claw's gonna finish Nidoran too. Dang, Gary wiped us twice, and then he gets poisoned after the match is over. So I should have used Nidoran earlier. Okay. Well, we can make this work. Maybe. What if I use Rattata first and save Nidoran for Charmander? Third time's a charm. Gary wants to battle, he said I'll Pidgeotto. Got a good hit in with Quick Attack. Yeah, you can keep lowering our accuracy. I think Quick Attack's 100%. Dang, they took out Rattata pretty quickly. Now I'm gonna go Nidoran. Oh no, the fighting moving isn't gonna do much. This is flying. That was dumb. Shouldn't have used Nidoran there. Butterfree also isn't great. I'm making all the mistakes here. My team is very flying weak, or weak to flying. Is what we're discovering here. Alright, can Confusion save the day for us? Will it still hit? Please don't hit. Hurt yourself, please. Okay, good. Perfect. Alright, we survived that. He's going to Charmander now. Now Nidoran. Please get a poison off. Please let your poison... It won't work if he doesn't use a physical type attack, though. I need him to use Metal Claw on Nidoran. So, okay, perfect. Silly Gary, you just poisoned your Charmander. Alright. Now we just gotta buy time. Charmander and Pidgeotto were his two toughest, so if we can get through both of them, we should be fine. His Abra can't do anything. And then his other one, who was his other one? Can't even remember. But we also still have Bulbasaur. I'm gonna switch Bulbasaur in just to tank a hit, so that we don't lose any other Pokemon here. Tank 2, okay. Alright, Abra's next, so we'll use Zubat. Who was his last one? We literally just fought it, but I still can't remember. There we go, Zubat took out Abra. Rattata, that's right. Don't know why I left Zubat in, this won't be good. The only problem is all of my Pokemon are still kind of weak here. Okay, yeah, keep lowering our defense, that's fine. We'll keep leech lifing and taking as much HP as we can. Go for the Fury attack. He's gonna... yeah. I really need Bulbasaur to be able to hit a big move here. Please tank. Good. Razor Leaf. There we go. We got a crit right when we needed it. We made it through Gary. Hey, take it easy. You won already. You're coming out 288 Pokédollars for winning. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC too. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Oh yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really. You're always plotting behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. We obtained the Fame Checker. A chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am gone. Smell ya. Alright, let's heal back up. Pokemon were restored. Okay. Now we gotta face off against the trainers on Nugget Bridge. People call this the Nugget Bridge. Beat us 5 trainers and win a fabulous prize. Think you got what it takes? This might be even harder than Gary. Bugcatcher Kale wants to battle. They have a Caterpie. Okay, that's not bad. One quick attack with a crit took out Caterpie. Level 13 for Rattata. And he learned Hyper Fang. That's going to be hyper effective. Weedle's next. We'll leave Rattata in there. Try out the new Hyper Fang. Perfect. Metapod. We'll stick with the same strategy. Our Metapod was able to survive the Hyper Fang though. It's a little more bulky than Caterpie or Weedle. It even survived a quick attack too on top of it. Alright, and then Kakuna. One Hyper Fang. And a quick attack. We defeated Bugcatcher Kale. Woo, good stuff. Okami got 120 Pokédollars for winning. Alright, one down. That went pretty smoothly. I'm second. Now it's serious. Glass Alley would like to battle. They have a Pidgey. This still should be fine, I think. Yeah, our new Hyper Fang move is gonna be pretty helpful. Level 14 for Rattata. Oddish is next. Perfect, they flinched the Hyper Fang. Alright, they're going Bellsprout. I'm actually gonna switch to Spearow. They're grass type. I want to get Spearow some experience too. Okay, Bellsprout fainted. Alright, second person down. How could I lose? We got 192 Pokédollars. Alright, third one's up. It looks like a bug catcher, so I'm going to put Spearow in front. Here's number 3. I won't be easy. So you say. Youngster Timmy. You are not a bug catcher. You are very likely the worst option for Spearow. Fury Attack. Yeah, we got a crit on the second one. Oh, and we hit it 3. Okay, not too bad. Go again. Alright, we got him into the yellow. Don't give up, Spearow, you can do it. Alright, go for another. Alright, Spearow got a level up. Alright, he's gonna go Ekans. I'm gonna leave Spearow in there. They're really hurt, but I think we might be able to take this down. Intimidate isn't great though. A 4-hit Fury Attack was really good to start. And then the 3-hit finished it off. Perfect. Ow, stomped flat. Alright, well now we can switch out Spearow since he's level 14 as well. Nidoran needs some levels, so let's do that. I'm number 4. Getting tired? So now, their own Nidoran, but theirs is a male Nidoran, ours is a female. And we both went for double kick. And apparently neither will be very effective. What if I tail whip? Let's tail whip you a bunch. Then if I have to, I'll switch Nidoran out after. Let's lower your defense. Let's go for 3. Alright, then double. Yeah, that did pretty good. Our Nidoran might be able to survive blasting through. Well, Leer lowered our defense now. Can we tank one hit here? No, we can't. Dang. Sorry, Nidoran. Rattata, get in there. Alright, now they have the female Nidoran. Let me put Zubat in to start. Zubat can't do much, right? No. Okay, now we'll switch to Rattata. Alright, flinched off the Hyper Fang. Missed on the second one. Dang, that double kick was strong. It only took 1. Butterfree. Okay, Nidoran went down now. And Zubat got a level 11. And learned Supersonic. I lost 2. Ookami got 256 Poké Dollars. So, I want to go heal, but I think you gotta honor the integrity of the Nugget Bridge and not heal and do all 5 in a row. Okay, I'm number 5. I'll stomp you. I sent out a Mankey. Alright, yeah, our confusion should work good here. Psychic against fighting. Oops, what did I just do? Alright, one more hit from Butterfree should take out the Mankey. It's level 18 Mankey as well. Also, mind you, we haven't used Bulbasaur at all, I don't think. Stun Spore, no. We defeated Camper Ethan. Whoa, too much. 360 Poké Dollars for winning. Congratulations, you beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. We received a nugget from the mysterious trainer. By the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Wanna join? Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. A 6th battle in a row. Alright, Ekans. Alright, Butterfree. Big confusion. Nice. So yeah, Ekans is poison, and Psychic is good against poison as well. Zubat. I'm gonna leave Butterfree in. Yeah, because Zubat is also poison flying. So yeah, that works. Defeated Team Rocket, Grunt. Ah, you are good. Ookami got 480 Poké Dollars. With your ability, you'd become a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. Don't let this chance go to waste. Well, now that we defeated Nugget Bridge, let's go heal. Team's really coming together now. After some hard fights against Gary, my Pokemon are leveling up a bit. I saw your feet from the grass. Camper Shane, who has a Rattata. Fighting's good against normal, so double kick should be alright. Plus he just got poisoned. Oh man, he just hung on. No, not Hyper Fang, that might take out Nidoran. Right, it didn't. Alright, Rattata went down. Level up for Nidoran to level 13. Ekans is next. Let's send Butterfree back out. Your phone died? Can you get a quick recap? Yeah, we defeated Misty. We got our Cerulean City Gym badge, the Cascade badge. Then we took on Gary, and we lost to Gary twice in total tonight. On the third time, we were able to defeat him. And now we just completed the Nugget Bridge. The 5 trainers in a row, well, technically 6. And we're on our way to visit Bill. I think that's pretty much everything that's happened since you last spoke. Sleep powder. Let's replace Harden with sleep powder. Yeah, welcome back, Cast Tonight. Got 280 Poké Dollars. Alright, let's go down here. Caterpie. Double kick work? Not really. Oh, Caterpie poisoned itself. Yeah, that poison point ability of Nidoran comes in handy. I think that was... Yeah, that poison point ability was actually what helped us beat Gary. Because Charmander used Metal Claw, which was a physical type move, and Poison Point automatically poisons Pokemon if they use physical type moves on Nidoran. So that move really comes in handy for us. Alright, what's up here? TM45 Attract. Okay. Now we're on Route 25. Any Pokemon up here we haven't seen? Bellsprout, that would be a new Pokemon for us. Scratch. We haven't had a Bellsprout yet this playthrough. The wrap isn't particularly good. Oh yeah, we're gonna die to wrap here. Oh, and double kick does nothing. No, Nidoran hung on with 1 HP. Can we catch the Bellsprout? I probably should have switched Nidoran out in case that failed, and it did. Oops. Spearow, get in there. I'm just gonna throw another Pokeball, though. Hey, that time it worked. Sprout just wanted to take out Nidoran on his way into the Pokeball. Number 69, Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon. 2 feet 4 inches tall, 8.8 pounds, a carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It appears to use its root feet to replenish moisture. Okay. I'm assuming there's probably not anything else over here. Let me just check. No, Abra. Abra we'd either have to put to sleep with Butterfree or catch immediately. No. Yeah, he's gonna teleport away. Alright, let me put Butterfree first and see if we can't use the sleep powder and put Abra asleep. Hopefully we can find him again. It's another Bellsprout. Can we take it out quickly? There we go. Alright, where's that Abra? That's a Pidgey. We actually don't have a Pidgey yet, which is kind of surprising. Usually I catch a Pidgey pretty early in my playthroughs. Alright, we put this Pidgey to sleep. Alright, let's throw a Pokeball. Hey, Pidgey caught. You thought I had a Pidgey? I have a Spearow, but no Pidgey so far. Spearow was the flying type we've had. Number 16, Pidgey, the tiny bird Pokemon. It's 1 foot tall, 4 pounds, a common sight in forest and woods. It flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. That must have been it? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go get more Pokeballs. And heal up. Alright. Pokemart is over here. Because I do want to try to catch that Abra. Get 8 Pokeballs, and then we'll spend the rest of our money on potions. Also, I do have a nugget, so I could sell that as well now. Make 5,000 Pokédollars. I probably shouldn't have done that yet, though, because if I lose any fights with the money, I'll lose the money. I should have used it right before I needed to buy something. Alright, let's see if we can't get Abra in this grass again. It's another Bellsprout. There we go. Bellsprout got taken down. Another Bellsprout. I'm assuming Abras are rare to find over here. Now you can find them in the grass on the other side as well. Oh, we didn't finish off the kill there. Caterpie now. Definitely don't need another Caterpie. Even though an army of Butterfree might not be too bad. Looks like ads will be starting in about 40 seconds. I'll probably still be doing this back and forth looking for Abra by the time they end. Oh no, Gust isn't good. Switch to Nidoran. Wait, Flying's... well, no, because Nidoran's poison. That should still be fine. Alright, that Oh, I thought that quick attack would have poisoned itself. Oh, now it did. Alright, this Pidgey went down. Not a lot of XP for that. I'm gonna run away from the Pidgey because it wasn't much XP. Kakuna. Literally like every Pokemon here. Except for Abra now. Abra might be on the other side, because it did use teleport, so maybe that means it's not going to be here anymore. I'm getting better at the one hits though. Butterfree levels up again. Let me go to the other side here. Let's just check this area out. Caterpie. Probably not even worth the XP. Metapod. Give it a couple more minutes here. If by the time ads end I haven't found him, I'll probably just move forward. Another Bellsprout. Pidgeys don't give a lot of experience, we found out, so let's just skip that. A Weedle. Oops. I don't think we're gonna find Abra again. To be fair, there's no guarantee we would be able to catch it anyway. But we're trying. Bellsprout. That one got me, Starstream. How's it going today, Starstream? You're still alive? That's good. We're trying to find an Abra at the moment. We saw one earlier, but then he teleported. Now I'm just finding Caterpies. Oh, there he is. Alright. Butterfree should be fast enough to get the sleep powder off. I'm just scared he won't stay asleep. Or if I try to attack him, it will make him faint. Oh, we'll go for tackle. Alright, he's still asleep. Come on, Pokeball. Please catch. Hey, we got Abra. Number 63, the Psy Pokemon. 2 foot 11 inches tall, 43 pounds. Using its ability to read minds, it will sense impending danger and teleport to safety. Got the Abra. Sweet. Now we can move forward. Let's heal up Nidoran. Actually, I don't want to waste potions when I can just go back to the Pokemon Center right over here. Alright, heal up our team. Alright, team's been restored to full health. Alright, now let's battle these trainers up here. Don't really need Butterfree at the top of my team. Butterfree's actually getting pretty high in level, along with Bulbasaur. If I could level up Zubat more, that would probably be the best bet. But Zubat's not really effective against many types. I just got down from Mount Moon, but I've still got gas in the tank. Edgar Franklin. Alright, so we'll switch out to Spearow. Because right now Zubat doesn't have really any moves. If he had a flying type move at the moment, it wouldn't be too bad. I'd leave him in. But he has not learned a flying type move yet. The Chop's lowering our defense, but we should be able to take him out here with this Peck. XP for Zubat and Spearow. I must put Zubat in both so that he'll get XP, start getting XP again, and it will reset the debuff on Spearow. But then I'll switch to Rattata. Oh dang, Geodude actually did a pretty big hit on Rattata. We're gonna have to swap to Bulbasaur. Been a while since we've had to call in the big guns in Bulbasaur. $91 XP for all the people that fought that fight. You worked hard and you got 540 Pokédollars. Okay. Keep Zubat in the front. Alright, this is a youngster. Local trainers come here to practice. Who does he have? He's got 2 Pokemon, one of which is a Rattata. So we'll swap to Nidoran. You dance into the Pokemon music Starstream. Double kick. Because fighting is good against normal. Alright, Rattata's gonna go for a Tail Whip, which should allow us the opportunity to take him down. Like that. Alright, Zubat got to level up. You've played Pokemon Red? The original one? Or Fire Red? We're playing Leaf Green over here. The remake of technically blue, I think? On the OG on the Game Boy, I see. I think technically LeafGreen is a remake of Blue. Well, the Blue and Red are pretty much the same game. Yeah, originally Red and Blue were the ones that came out in the US, and Green was a Japanese exclusive. But then when they did these re-releases, or remakes in 2004, it was Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then these re-releases just came out this year. You're ancient. Alright. We defeated youngster Joey. Kami got 240 Poké Dollars. There's a lot of trainers here. Let me go heal up, actually. Hey, Castanite. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Yeah, now with a sub, you have the benefit of not having to sit through the Twitch ads. You get ad-free viewing for the duration of your Twitch sub. Which should be till the end of May, because technically it's like May 1st, or now. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Alright, next trainer. Dad took me to a great party on the SSN at Vermilion City. Youngster Dan would like to battle. They sent out a Slowpoke. Spearow. Slowpoke's water and psychic, I think? Or is it just water? Does it not gain psychic? And no, it is psychic, I think, too. And unfortunately, I took out Spearow. Rattata. Yeah, you also got access to, I believe it's 5 tier 1 sub emotes. Rattata only has 1 HP. Got all the emotes now? Yeah. Confusion didn't do as much as I would have liked. There we go, Slowpoke went down. And we defeated youngster Dan. I'm not mad. We got 272 Poké Dollars for that. Alright, let's heal back up at the Pokemon Center. Alright, back to full health. Alright, I think there's 1 or 2 more trainers over here. Oh no, there's at least 3. We'll go against this lady. Hi, my boyfriend is cool. Alright, thanks for sharing. Picnicker Kelsey. Nidoran. Alright, Zubat is not going to be able to win this fight. Butterfree. Oops, I have an alarm on my phone going off. Let me turn that off. From last night when I took a very late nap. Before stream started. Confusion. Nice, 1 hit. Butterfree's getting pretty strong. They're up to level 17 now. They almost are at the same level as Bulbasaur. They have another Nidoran. I'm gonna leave Butterfree out. Alright, this confusion should finish it off. There we go. My conditioning isn't the best. We got 300 Pokédollars for winning. I want to say we're pretty close to evolving Rattata and Spearow. I don't know what level Zubat evolves at, and I think Nidoran is like 20 or 22 or something. I'm off to see a Pokemaniacs collection at the Cape. They send out a Geodude. We're just gonna go Bulbasaur here because, well, I guess we could have tried Butterfree now. I feel like Bulbasaur in general is probably better. There we go. One hit on the Geodude. And then they have another Geodude. Our Bulbasaur is a beast. Yeah, they're getting pretty high up in level. Like I said, I don't know exactly. So I know one thing about if you don't evolve a Pokemon, they learn moves earlier than they would if they evolved. Like say if I evolved him to Ivysaur, he would have learned Razor Leaf at like level 22 or something, whereas keeping him as Bulbasaur allowed him to learn Razor Leaf at like level 17. So I know that's one benefit to not evolving. I don't know if their stats grow quicker too if they don't evolve, because you normally get a big boost in stats when you evolve. You done got me, and real good too. 468 Yeah, it's gonna try to evolve again, and we're gonna cancel this out. So like I said, I don't want to evolve Bulbasaur. If we get an Everstone, we'll just be able to give it to him, and we won't have to cancel it every time. Okay. I'm a cool guy. I've got a girlfriend. These people really like to brag about their relationship status. Camper Flynn as a Rattata. Let's send out, yeah, Nidoran. He should get level 14 from this fight. I like when we use Hyper Fang. I do not like when the opponent uses it. I'm gonna use a potion because Nidoran will die if I don't. There we go. Zubat got to level 13. Nidoran got to level 14. Camper Flint's gonna send out Ekans. Isn't poison good against fighting? I feel like poison is good against fighting, but I'm gonna try it anyway. We're gonna try double kick. Yeah, I think poison's good against fighting, so that's why it's not very effective. Scratch. We'll just try a regular Scratch. That did better, but still not much. Also, Nidoran's defense is getting lowered, so we're gonna switch them out here, because if they get hit, they're probably gonna get KO'd. Spearow, get in there. I hope this is... Oh, that was a big poison sting. Alright, we didn't go down, though. Just short of enough experience to level up Spearow. Aw, darn. We got 280 Pokédollars for winning. Alright, gonna run all the way back. We're gonna heal up once more, even though I don't think there's any more trainers over there. There are so many trainers between Cerulean City and Bill, though. Our Pokemon have been restored to full health. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh no, there's at least one more trainer here. 2. I had this feeling. I knew I had to battle you. Youngster Chad would like to battle. They send out an Ekans. Oh, another Ekans. That's actually not great. Well, actually, let's just go Butterfree. Butterfree can take out Ekans pretty quickly with Confusion. I didn't really want to send out Butterfree though, because they're already a higher level than most of the team. I want to try to get the other teammates leveled up, but it's easier to take out Ekans with Butterfree. Well, now we're poisoned. Alright, there we go. Then Sandshrew we can take out with... Actually don't have great options for Sandshrew either. It's gotta be Bulbasaur. Even though Razor Leaf's only a 95% hit rate, I don't think we've missed one Razor Leaf yet. Youngster Chad defeated. I knew I'd lose too. And what was the point of battling if you knew you'd lose? Oh shoot, we gotta heal, use the antidote on Butterfree. I don't know why I keep buying antidotes. We have 14 of them. Well, 13 now. Also, having 2 Moonstones is good because when our Nidoran evolves, we are able to evolve it again into a Nido Queen with a Moonstone. My friend has many cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. Last, Haley has an Oddish. Alright. We can use Leech Life. It's a bug-type move, so it should be good against Oddish. Because Oddish is a grass type. Actually, let's also use Supersonic and try to confuse the Oddish. We missed with that attack. Oh, them having... well, it only did one. I was gonna say, them having Absorb isn't great. And we missed again. There we go, we finally got the Supersonic off. Alright, they weren't confused enough to do self-damage, but that's okay. Leech Life. We only did 1 damage with Leech Life, though. I'm gonna try Astonish, just to see how much it does. It might be better. Oh yeah, that did more damage, and it flinched Oddish, actually. His Absorb only gets him 1 HP back. So it's slow, but Zubat is taking out the Oddish on his own. I'm not gonna bother putting another Confusion on him because it didn't really make a difference. Well, that was a crit. He's got 1 HP left, but then he's gonna heal himself to 2. There we go, 216 XP for Zubat. Pidgey is out next. Rattata will send out. So unfortunately I don't think Zubat would do good against Pidgey. Alright, can we take it out with the Quick Claw? Quick Attack. Quick Claw is an item that allows you to attack first most of the time. Alright, Rattata got taken out. Or, no, Rattata leveled up. Pidgey got taken out. Alright, now Oddish again. Let's switch Zubat back in. Hey, Richard. Richard Ang? How's it going? Hope you're having a good night so far. My name's Okami, I'm a variety streamer. Tonight we are playing through Pokemon LeafGreen. We're currently on our way to see Bill, the Pokemaniac. And currently doing some battles on the way there. I'm just gonna keep using Astonish. Yeah, this is just one of the games we're currently playing through. You're doing good? You did a solo run of this game with Charizard and you managed to beat it with just Charizard on your team? And then you had some HM units on there as well? Nice. That's pretty impressive. You were able to play through a whole run with mostly just one Pokemon. This is technically my second time playing through this game. I played through this when these games first came out. Fire Red and Leaf Green first came out in 2004. We got 208 Pokédollars for winning. But it's been a very long time. So, Yeah, over 20 years then. Um, yeah, this is my first time playing LeafGreen. I know they're pretty similar to each other, but I played Fire Red back then. You ended up losing to Misty because your Charmeleon got confused by Water Pulse Starmie. That's unfortunate. We were able to beat Misty on our first try here, mostly because my team is mostly flying and grass and bug types. But Gary took us out twice before, our rival, I called him Gary, took us out twice before we were able to defeat him. Hello, are you here alone? If you're out at Cerulean's Cape, well, it should be as a couple. This cape is a famous date spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place. Alright, so we made it to Bill's house. But yeah, we started this playthrough of LeafGreen this past weekend. This is our second stream of it. We've got 2 gym badges so far. Like I said, I'm a variety streamer, so we play this about every 4 days. I currently have a rotation of stream games that include this, Digimon Storytime Stranger, God of War Ragnarok, and we're also going to be starting an anime game called Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Poland of Light and Water. You beat the rival because the starter did not use a super effective move until the ship fight. That's pretty good. Sometimes it be like that though. Sometimes luck and being able to get your own crits and have them not hit good moves is pretty helpful. Hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So how about it? Help me out here. Not in the first generation, he just takes you out easily in that game. Yeah, that's true. These older generation Pokemon games are a lot harder than the newer ones. I know, I've also played through Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Sword for main series Pokemon games on the channel. And yeah, I know the rival tends to use the Pokemon you're more effective against in the later generations. How do I keep track? If I start one game, I lose track of progress from the last one I played? Like, how do I remember everything from the games I streamed throughout the week? The honest answer is I don't always. Sometimes I have to, I look up the VOD to just skim through the VOD to remind myself of what happened in the last time. Help me out here. Wait till I get inside the teleporter. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. It also depends on the game. Some games, are easier to remember what happened than others. Ukami initiated the teleporter cell separator. You're waiting until the Digimon game is out on Switch. Nice. I'd really recommend it. It's pretty fun. Hey, Bill's a human again. Yeehaw! Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here, maybe this'll do. You received an SS ticket from Bill. That cruise ship, SS Anne, is in Vermilion City. I hear there are lots of trainers on board, too. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dues. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on and have a good time. He went back into his home to see the Eevee and Evolutions on the laptop. Oh yeah, that's true. That's something we could do. Bill's favorite Pokemon list. Do these count as Pokedex entries just by looking at them. There's Jolteon and Vaporeon. They do count? Okay, nice. Yeah, usually in playthroughs, I don't try to catch Pokemon I like, but I don't always like go for every Pokemon, but I'm doing things a little different this playthrough than I have in the past. Yeah, just not the description. Yeah, I figured. It counts as seen, but you don't get a description unless you actually own one. But yeah, I'm trying to catch every different Pokemon that we see throughout the playthrough. Try to complete as much of the Pokedex as we can. I am making one exception to that, and that's at least for now, throughout the playthrough, I'm not evolving my Bulbasaur, our starter. We're going to keep using Bulbasaur, but we are going to keep him as his base form for as long as possible, because I've never done that in a playthrough. I just want to see how that goes. You know, you went up to 50 to get the XP share. Oh yeah, you get like the reward from the Pokedex, filling out the Pokedex. I haven't had Professor Oak evaluate my Pokedex at all yet this playthrough. I should probably do that. I mean, we've only caught 19 types, but we've seen 42. It's the reason you went through crap with Weedle's evolution? Oh, getting a Beedrill? We did that, I did that one, like, right at the beginning. Because currently, we have... In our party, we right now have a Zubat, a Rattata, Nidoran female, Spearow, Butterfree, and Bulbasaur. And then in our PC, we have a Beedrill, Magikarp, which we actually wasted the money on, and we bought the Magikarp from the guy instead of just fishing one. Just because I thought it would be funny. I've never done that before. We got a Paris, a Geodude, Mankey, Sandshrew, an Abra, which we had to... was the hardest grind, was the Abra. But luckily we were able to put him to sleep with Butterfree, and we're able to catch him first try with a Pokeball. Pidgey and Bellsprout so far. Yeah, the poison sting stinks. Yeah, especially early game. Those poison stings can do quite a bit of damage. Alright, we gotta head to Vermilion City now. No, you blew it again. Okay. I'm gonna heal up my team. I know we gotta go get cut. The Butterfree army idea would speed run the captures. Yeah. I feel like the Butterfree army would be good until... I don't know, even the electric gem might not be great. Because isn't Butterfree part flying? Honestly, the next gym would probably... Yeah, it's part flying. I think Lieutenant Surge would destroy the Butterfree army. Alright, how do I get back? Rock types as well. Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna run away from these fights for now. So I'm pretty sure you get cut from over this way. And I think I need... Or no, wait. No, I don't need cut yet. Never mind. I have to go over here. Yeah, the police officer moved. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into no good. Those miserable rockets. Look what they've done to my house. They stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I was gonna use it on a Mankey or Sandshrew. That cost me a bundle, it did. Alright, let's battle the Team Rocket Grunt. Hey, stay out. It's not your yard. Huh? Me? I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? Alright, he's gonna Machop. Fortunately, we still don't know any flying moves yet for Zubat, so let's switch to Spearow. Okay, that Karate Chop just one-hit Spearow. Then we're going Butterfree. Confusion. Now Machop is confused. Alright, Zubat got a level up. Drowsy's next. Psychic type. I don't really have much that would be good against Drowsy. I'm gonna go to Rattata. Hopefully Hyper Fang does decent damage. Oh, we missed with the Hyper Fang. And he disabled it. Zubat will learn Wing Attack at 21, so he's still a little bit off then. Hey, that Quick Attack did just enough damage. We defeated Team Rocket Grunt. Stop, I give up. I'll leave quietly. We got 544 Poké Dollars for winning. Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. We received TM28 from the Team Rocket Grunt. I better get moving. Bye. I figured what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM. Alright, so I guess we get to keep it. Alright, and then we can go down this way. Pokemon can be made to hold an item. Some items can even be used by the holding Pokemon in a battle. Yes, this way I believe to Vermilion City. There's probably Pokemon in the middle of the grass. Before I do that, though, I should heal up as well. Also, what's this way? No, I can't go that way. Bite's at level 16, but it's a special move, so not really good for Zubat. Yeah, that's true. Let's heal up first. Actually, I should probably bring Sandshrew with me, because Sandshrew should be good against Lieutenant Surge. Actually, now that we beat Cerulean City, let's make some changes here. Okay. Zubat and Spearow can go to the box for now. We can bring Sandshrew and Geodude back and work on leveling them up. Honestly, well, I was gonna say, but actually, yeah. Let's take Butterfree out too and bring Mankey. There's a Diglett cave near the place you fight Lieutenant Surge. Yeah, banish to the box. Okay. Oops. There we go. Are we fully healed, or... Yeah, we're pretty much fully healed. We'll put Sandshrew in front, and then switch them back and forth. Actually, let's talk to... Can I get, Professor Oak to evaluate our Pokedex here? The amount of progress you've made on your Pokedex is 43 seen and 19 owned. Rating, it looks as if you're getting on the right track. I've given one of my aides a Flash HM. Make sure you go get it. Okay. Let's head over, or start our way towards Vermilion City. Oops, I accidentally jumped over. Only poison move in the learning moves of Zubat is Poison Fang, but not until level 41. That's pretty far off. Alright, I think we have just enough time to at least... Let's see if there's any good Pokemon over here first. It's a Pidgey. We already have a Pidgey. But it's not a bad idea to try to grind out some levels here. Nidoran. By the time we get a Golbat, or yeah, we'll have Sludge Bomb. Alright, critical hit. Only 51 HP there. You can't have Crobat until post-game. Yeah, makes sense, because you just have the Kanto Pokedex. Oh, Meowth. That's a new Pokemon for us to catch. We haven't seen a Meowth yet. Hit him with the Hyper Fang. And, oh, well, can't catch him if he faints. Bellsprout. Send in Rattata. Trying to level up Sandshrew at least a little bit, but all these Pokemon seem to give very little XP. Well, this one's 16. Well, even Bulbasaur probably won't be great here because it's flying. We're gonna tackle off. Oh, he used quick attack. Hey, level 9 for Sandshrew. Alright, I'll check down here too. Bellsprout's up next. Hyper Fang. And it flinched, so we can hit it again. Perfect. I think it was just Meowth over here. Unfortunately, we can't find another. And the XP over here isn't great enough for me to justify staying here. Oh, that gust might take out Bulbasaur. It did. Rip. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna move forward. Our levels aren't going up that quick. I run the daycare service. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? Actually, you know what? That's a great idea. I also have 8,300 Pokedollars now. I guess we haven't lost a fight in a while, because we got quite a bit. Alright, let me make some changes here. Alright. We'll bring Rattata and Mankey back in a second, but I'm gonna give 2 Pokemon to the daycare person. You know, honestly... Well, you gotta make Magikarp one of them. And then the other one... Honestly, Zubat. I feel like Zubat's the hardest... Well, Abra wouldn't be bad either, actually. Well, let me look. Do you have any other... You just have Teleport. Actually, no. I think I'll do Abra instead of... Wait, what's happening? I should have used Move instead. That would have been better. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Alright, we'll have him take care of Abra and Magikarp. No, I didn't. Oops. Can he only raise one at a time? Only Abra can be put in? Well, between the two of them, I'd rather Magikarp be the one that got put in. Because we already have Butterfree that knows Confusion for a Psychic type move. Alright. We'll put Magikarp in there. And then we'll bring Rattata and Mankey back. Yeah, I guess in this generation it was only one, which is weird because... Well, it's a remake of the first gen, I was gonna say, because I remember in the second gen games, Silver and Crystal, which were the first Pokemon games I played, you could have 2. It's not until the post game you have 2, but it's on the islands separate in the game, I see. Yeah, the Savvy Islands. Underground path between Cerulean City and Vermilion City. Alright. Well, I think that actually is probably a good stopping spot for today. Because we can start on Vermilion City next time. And it's getting late here, so I'm going to switch screens here. Thank you to everyone that stopped by, hung out, and lurked tonight. If you enjoyed the stream and you want to see more Pokemon or other games that we're playing through on the channel, feel free to throw us a follow. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps support the channel. Tomorrow, I will be back with Digimon Storytime Stranger. We're about halfway through that game, and the action scenes are really picking up, so I think that should be a good time tomorrow. One of the Sevi Islands has another daycare that does 2 Pokemon, and that's where you can breed, unlike this one. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, special thank you to Castanite for your sub tonight. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday night. A great weekend if I don't see you before the end of this weekend. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one.